Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a really great low carb casserole that you can make that's perfect for the holidays or just a regular dinner at home. Jumping right in, I have a non-stick large pan here and I'm heating it on medium heat. I'm going to add in some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We're gonna let this heat up in the pan. Now that our pan is nice and hot and the oil and butter are nice and hot, I'm gonna add in some diced yellow bell pepper, onion, and garlic. As you guys already know, all of my ingredients and measurements will be down in the description below. With the holidays, it's really hard to stick to your diet. I know, guys, trust me, I am part of that same crew. So this is such a great and delicious casserole that you can have for the holidays. It's gonna be nice and cheesy, gonna have some nice spicy chorizo or it could have Italian sausage, and it's packed with veggies. So it's really filling and really delicious. Now that my onion and bell pepper are starting to cook down, I'm gonna add in some shredded cabbage and shredded carrot. Now, you can either shred your own green cabbage and only add that, but I like to just buy the pre-made one. Don't mess with cutting the cabbage or shredding it. Just make it easy for yourself. Buy it pre-shredded, and we're just going to dump this right into the pan and cook it all for about 10 minutes while we let the vegetables soften. While you're cooking these vegetables, you can also start preheating your oven. My oven is gonna preheat to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's mix all of these together. We're also gonna add in some salt, black pepper, some yellow paprika or mild paprika. You can add in hot paprika if you like, but I don't like to make this too spicy because I like to add chorizo, which is already spicy to begin with. The paprika is gonna give this some really nice color and a great flavor. If you don't have yellow paprika, you can also just add smoked paprika or sweet paprika. Honestly, the paprika adds a little bit of the flavor and mostly the color to this dish. I'm also gonna add in some Italian seasoning. This Italian seasoning that I have has red chili pepper flakes, but you can add one that has no red chili pepper flakes. Whatever is your preference, make this dish your own. Let's combine this all together to get those seasonings on all of our vegetables. This is also a really great side dish for the holidays because it's quick and easy to make. This only takes about a total of 30 to 35 minutes to make this entire dish. So what's better when you're already making so many other dishes for the holidays? I'm gonna let this sit for a couple of minutes because, like I said, we're gonna let this sweat down. We want a lot of the moisture to come out of the vegetables so that they're nice and soft before they go into the casserole dish. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button down below, and like this video while you're at it. As you can see, I am not putting a lid on the pan because I want that moisture to escape from the pan. I want the vegetables, like I said, you want them to sweat down, you want the moisture to come out of it. That's how you get them nice and soft. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna add the remainder of my ingredients. I'm gonna add in some crushed tomatoes. Also gonna add in diced tomatoes. And let's mix this all together. Get it nice and coated on the vegetables. I'm gonna move my vegetables over to the side and we're gonna add in our chorizo. Now like I said, I'm using a hot chorizo. You can use Italian sausage, you could use ground beef, whatever your meat preference is, that's what you can use. but I would definitely stick to beef or pork, something like that for this dish. I took the chorizo out of the casing and dumped it into the pan, and I'm just gonna break apart the meat into pieces. We're gonna let this cook separately like this for about a minute or two. The reason we're doing that and we're not, automatically mixing the meat with the vegetables is because we wanna let the meat hit the bottom of the pan and actually cook before we combine it with everything else. Just to make it easier for yourself, you wanna do it in a large pan. Don't do so much cleanup, do everything in one pan. But if you wanna cook the chorizo separately, then you can do that in a separate pan and then add it once it's cooked. As you can see, our chorizo is nice and starting to cook down. The oils are starting to come out of the meat. Now I can combine it with the vegetables and mix together all of those delicious flavors. You could also use a smoked sausage for this, and if you're gonna do that, you just wanna chop the sausage before you put it in here. Don't throw it in, you don't need to decase it, you don't need to do anything like that. Just cut it into like quarter-size pieces. The great thing about this is that no matter what kind of sausage you use, either way it's gonna taste absolutely delicious. The only thing that I would avoid, since this is a low carb dish, is I would avoid using like a sweet Italian sausage because it has sugar. So we're trying to avoid the sugar, trying to make a healthier side dish. I've combined all of my ingredients. We're gonna let this cook for another 10 minutes, let a lot of the moisture evaporate from the pan. When I'm cooking this down, I leave it untouched for about 3 to 4 minutes because I just wanna let all that moisture evaporate. I keep repeating the moisture evaporating because it's really important. Otherwise, when you put it in the casserole dish and you bake it, it just becomes too wet and it's just not enjoyable. So leave it untouched. You don't need to keep stirring it, but maybe stir it about halfway through. I'm gonna let this cook for an additional 5 minutes now that I've stirred this around, and then it'll be ready to put in our casserole dish. We're finished sauteing and I have my baking dish here. I'm gonna take some avocado oil spray. I'm using my favorite one by Chosen Foods, not sponsored, but I love that it has, it's the cleanest avocado oil. So if you're looking for a good one, get this one. I'm gonna spray the inside of this baking dish. And we're gonna take our sausage and vegetables and dump them into the baking dish. Spread this all into the baking dish. And now we're gonna top it with some mozzarella cheese. I have some whole milk mozzarella cheese. And I do recommend you use specifically mozzarella for this one because of the way that it melts and the way that it'll get nice and delicious and cheesy in the oven. Just evenly spread it all on top of the vegetables. And now our dish is ready to go into the oven. We're gonna bake this for 15 minutes. When your casserole is finished, it will look nice and cheesy and golden like this. At this time, you can now top it with some fresh parsley. I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley here. Add as much or as little as you want. Don't add any at all if you don't want any. And now we're gonna plate this up. I cannot wait to dig into this. Take a look at this cheesy, delicious casserole, perfect for the holidays, or just perfect for a nice dinner, a nice easy low carb dinner. Let's get a nice bite here with everything on it. Cheers. So flavorful, packed with nutrients, and like I said, absolutely perfect for the holidays. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.